Welcome back, guys, to the 9th episode of my single-player survival Minecraft experience. So today's video is gonna be a little bit different. So I know I said I was gonna do a little bit of off-camera grinding. Well, I mean, I did a lot. I did about 8 hours of off-camera grinding, but don't worry, I haven't done anything too fancy. But before we continue, let me just give you a little bit of an overview of what we did. So first off, we got these tools. You can see my Fortune 3, Unbreaking 3, Efficiency 5, Mending Pickaxe. There's Looting 3, Sharpness 5, Unbreaking 3, Mending Sword. And the name is kind of appropriate. You'll find out why in a second, but this took too much time to make. And then we've got our Power 5, Unbreaking 3, Mending Bow, and our Efficiency 5, Unbreaking 2, Silk Touch, and Mending Axe. And of course, our full diamond armor and our Mending Unbreaking shield. So we are finally ready for the Nether. But first, let's give you a bit of a rundown of what we did. So let's get started with the villagers. So as you guys can see, I've done some minor changes to the villager breeder. I've just moved them from this side to that side because they had some problems with the bed collisions where they couldn't, interact with them, so they couldn't produce more villagers. But then what I did is I had this little hole here, so the baby villagers, they can get spawned in here. They can then pop through this hole, jump up, go to this bed, and then I can trap them with boats. It's not an elegant system, but it works. It works fine. And I might have cut some of that wall out for this coal, and yeah, that happened. And then here you can see our map of the area that we made. It's quite nice. You can see this is where we are. This is our melon and pumpkin farm. Here's the tree farm, and that's the village. So yes, now we know where we are. And here are my villagers. I may have gone a little bit overboard. So we've got our farmer, master farmer now. So it's a pretty good pumpkin trade, got a pretty good melon trade, and he sells us golden carrots. So I got a few from the Nether. Then we've got ourselves a Fletcher, who's our primary source of emeralds through the stick trade, and then he also sells these arrows of the Turtle Master, which is absolutely useless. It is one of the best trades you could get if I was playing this in multiplayer. If I had a party member, I shot him with one of these, it would be amazing. But as a single player game, it's useless. I can't use it at all. All I'd be doing is making my enemy stronger. It's useless. But I have it, I guess. And then I've got my toolsmith. Now this guy's a legend. Look what he sells me. Unbreaking 2 axes, efficiency 2 shovels, and efficiency 2 pickaxes, all diamond, for relatively decent prices. I mean, I can lower these a bit when we get weakness potions, but that's some pretty good gear right there. And we've got our toolsmith. Now this guy gives us a smite 1 sword, kinda useless, but at least we can disenchant it and then re-enchant it with better enchantments. And then we got this. Now that's a good axe. Unbreaking 2, Efficiency 2 for 27 emeralds. That is a good axe trade. And of course he also gives us this pretty decent sword, but it's only iron, so not really useful to us. Then we've got our next Fletcher. He's my primary source of arrows. He gives me this pretty decent arrow trade. So that's why I went with Unbreaking and Mending instead of Infinity, because I figured, it's a pretty cheap arrow trade. And he also sells this bow and this crossbow, but it's not really good. I mostly just used this and then enchanted it. The 1 emerald bow is pretty good. Then we've got our, librarians. A lot of librarians. And an armorsmith. Now this guy's a legend. Check it out. He sells diamond pants, diamond boots, diamond helmet, and diamond armor. And it's all cheap. This guy's, and a 1 emerald shield. This guy is incredible. He's probably one of my favorite villagers. I love him. Actually, that's a lie. This is my favorite villager. Sharpness 5 books. This man is a mad lad of the greatest priority. He's incredible. and he's also a pig, which is kind of appropriate for him giving me sharpness. It fits with the thematic thing. And you don't understand, guys. This villager is like, he is the rarest thing possible. So first, I'll show you the clip, but basically, I'll show you the clip here. But basically what happened, I tried to get, the sharpness trade. It didn't happen. So I broke the lectern, I placed it down, and I did that over and over and over and over again for half an hour straight. And I didn't get the trade. Then I punched the villager by accident, making the trade more expensive. So I did this. It's fine. You didn't see anything. It's fine. You just changed race. It's fine. And then I spent another 10 minutes trying to get the sharpness trade, and it gave me sharpness 4. Only sharpness 4. At that point, I was done. I was so sick of this. I gave up. I took the sharpness 4 books. I bought 2 of them. I combined them. Got sharpness 5. A lot of levels wasted. But whatever. I did it. And then the next villager I placed down, you know what he gives me? He gives me sharpness 5. Are you kidding me? Half an hour. You son of... Fine. Take my money. I wanted to get, the whole silk touch thing for this axe, so I'm like, okay, let me put another silk touch villager. He's straight up, first trade, sharpness 5. So you know what? Now he sells silk touch books and is a different race. We don't question how that happened. Okay, but you know what? Let's pretend that didn't happen. So what we have now is essentially sharpness 5, silk touch, unbreaking 3, fortune 3, looting 2, power 5. This was a really nice one. Mending and efficiency 5. All of these trades, and I'm not gonna lie, this took a bit of time to do. And then we got, let's see, then we had all of these lovely trades, and you guys can see we have some really good trades here, like everything I could ever want. But I'm sure you're wondering, how did I afford that? Isn't that, like 36 emeralds for this book, and another 40 for this book, and another 16 for that book, and then 57 for this book? I mean, that's pretty expensive. How did I afford it? Well, I did this. Yeah, that's a lot of sticks. I know that's a tremendous amount of sticks. How on earth did I actually afford that? Well, oh wait, it's night already. Okay, wait, let's quickly sleep and then we'll get on to that. You guys might also have noticed there have been some visual changes with the game. It's not as pretty as it was, but it runs a lot smoother. And that's because of these villagers. They caused so much lag because of the numbers of them, and then when I had the breeder going, I had even more. It was difficult, so I swapped up to a different shader pack, one that's a little bit more friendly for the computer, and I think it looks decent. We still got some swaying plants and some swaying leaves, and the light physics are a little bit reduced, but you know what, it's at least a lot more playable. Oh yeah, we also have this now. I found this wandering trader, so I bought one piece of this vine, and now we have a vine growing. And I put some string here to stop it from growing further with the spiders that I saw. Oh wait, that's dangerous. Okay, let's just close this and sleep in this bed. Okay, so I'm sure some of you are wondering, how did we get all those emeralds? That's a lot of emeralds. Well, first of all, I built this little road here, so I could get to this tree farm a lot easier. And this tree farm, I mean, it worked really well. It was a really easy way of getting wood. But there's only 10 saplings in here, and 10 saplings are, well, it takes a while for them to grow. So I made that. And that. Yeah, it was a lot of saplings. We spammed them on the ground, and we got this whole like little thicket clump here, which we just chopped down and chopped down and chopped down again, and then at one point we set fire to it, and then we chopped down again, and that gave us a lot of wood. And then you can also see this. We upgraded the melon and pumpkin farm a little bit. It's a lot bigger. And now that we have this axe, I can do this and straight up get full melons. No melon slices anymore. Never need to go through those again. We can just instantly get, like, insta break, full melons. It's perfect. It increased our, emerald efficiency so much. Because I think if you break an ordinary melon, let's break this melon with my sword. How many slices do you think we'll get? On average, we got 3 from that one. It takes 9 to make an emerald. So this axe essentially tripled our melon rates. That's incredible. I'm happy with that. It sped up emerald production so much. Now we haven't really done much with the cows and the sheep, so I've just reduced their numbers a tiny bit to help with the lag. Then we had this, this lovely thicket that we discussed earlier. It's a little bit thin right now, but it's growing. We have this clump. It's quite lovely. Even more trees. And yeah, so with this, we got ourselves a lovely number of emeralds. We got ourselves a lovely number of villagers. And all in all, it worked out really well. And then I had to make the gear. Now let me tell you guys a little story. A story of my absolute woe and torment at the hands of this game, which turned a 5-minute task into a bloody 2-hour task. So, I bought this sword. I bought this lovely Smite 1 sword. Useless sword, but I bought it. And then I disenchanted it. You can place your sword on top there, and you can take there, and you can remove your enchantments. Obviously I'm not doing it, but you can do that. So I got rid of the Smite 1 enchantment. And then I went and bought all of these lovely books. And I'm like, okay, well, I've got the Sharpness 4, not the best, but whatever. So I combined them, then I combined these, and then I combined those, and then I combined those 2 books. And now you can see this is quite a lovely book right here. Absolutely brilliant. It's incredibly powerful. But I have to put it on the sword. And that costs 23 levels. Now I'm sure you're thinking, wait, didn't you just trade hundreds upon hundreds of sticks? I mean, like, there were so many stacks that you traded. Aren't you, like, flowing with the levels, and don't you have the power of the gods? And yes, I did. And then an iron golem spawned. And it killed me. Yeah, I know. That sucks. But okay, so I only lost 41 levels, so okay, let's start over. So we grinded up, we got more levels. And then I went outside, 21 levels when I needed 23, and I'm like, okay, well, you know what? Let's hunt some mobs. Out here, slaying a zombie, slaying a skeleton, doing great. Creeper comes from behind, bam, I'm dead, all those levels gone. Okay, go get my gear, get it, it's great. Another creeper, blows me up again. Now I'm at 4 levels. Sigh. So okay, we've now lost all of our levels twice, and then a 3rd time. Okay, so let's do this again. More trading, more emeralds, more gear getting made, and then eventually we finally had enough levels. Bam. Great sword. Great sword. Now we have our sword, we have our bow, we have our axe. We got 2 golden apples as well, which, by the way, amazing. Golden apples, so useful. We got enough torches, we got our flint and steel, we even got 1 ender pearl, enough arrows, and 2 stacks of golden carrots, and golden boots. So after 8 hours of off-camera grinding, and an insane, and I do mean an insanely bad luck streak, so I'd say we're finally ready to head into the Nether. But we'll do that in the next episode. So stay tuned for our Nether adventure with full diamond, full enchanted tools, and let's pray that we do not lose it immediately. So, see you guys. Bye.